What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about some players that have stepped up during this season. Let's get into it.
So we all know the health and safety protocols have completely depleted rosters. I mean, games canceled left and right, coaches having to go, in quarantine and all that. But I'm telling you, the Chicago Bulls messed around and got them a jewel in Alfonzo McKinnie. Can we just say that?
Can we just say that, considering that Alfonzo McKinnie was actually on the Lakers in this previous season, and he's played with the Golden State Warriors as well.
Hmm.
So to be back on a roster, I think that the Bulls roster right now, if you're going to be on any rosters in this particular league at this time, would be the Bulls and Golden State Warriors. So to be on the Bulls roster with what they're building in Chicago is simply amazing. Good for him. And to come
Yeah.
in a 10-day contract.
I know. And to have it re-upped and now to have a full-fledged contract with the Chicago Bulls is exciting. Now, one thing about Alfonso McKinnie that I really love, and I'm really rooting for him because when he went undrafted, similar to us, hey, welcome to Undrafted Views. I'm just saying. Alfonso McKinnie went undrafted, right? So the persistence that he had playing overseas, getting picked up by the Toronto Raptors, playing in the Toronto's G League, his timing has been off. He missed the ring in Toronto. From Toronto, he went to the Golden State Warriors. He missed the rings in Golden State, went to the Lakers. Oh my God, he missed the ring with the Los Angeles Lakers. So really, his chance right now with the Chicago Bulls to get a ring, oh, I think it might happen. At least the Eastern Conference Finals. So really pulling for Alfonso McKinnie. Happy that he's got a contract now with the Bulls. And yeah, he's been a very big compliment to what DeMar DeRozan and those guys are doing in Chicago.
You know what? Yes, and to come in on his 10-day contract in the first two games he's played, he had a major impact on their win. That's
Yeah.
really, and he was notable enough where the Chicago Bulls said, "We want you for the rest of the season." That is amazing. So maybe being on the Bulls, he will get more playing time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Billy Donovan will get him more in the rotation now that the roster is coming back more healthy. Because again, the season is still long. We're talking about maybe 35 games in at this point. We still got a
Yeah.
full season to go. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
good to see him now being able to showcase his skills and ability and his experience in the league, and it's being displayed on a roster, I believe, with the Chicago Bulls that may be a great fit for him because it's been a great fit for other players on that roster as well.
Yeah, it has.
Another player that's actually stepped up this season, and I'm quite sure before the season began, he did not realize that he would be one of the focal points on this particular roster would be Tyrese Maxey. Let's just be honest. The 76ers created that point guard role for Ben Simmons. And because Ben Simmons has not touched foot or put on the pant leg of a uniform for the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey was put into that role to be starting point guard. And I must say that it is a nice appointment for him because he's been doing really good in that role. No, he is not Ben Simmons. And guess what? I don't want him to be. I want him to be Tyrese Maxey because Tyrese Maxey right now is putting up 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he got hustle in his game. So he may not be a Ben Simmons, but he is a Tyrese Maxey, which has really helped the 76ers at least get the 7th seed in the East. I believe they would have been a lot higher had Joel Embiid not have been out those few games, right? And they, again, like every other team in the league, been riddled with health and safety protocol issues and injuries as well. So for Tyrese Maxey to be a solid point guard for that particular roster and to be able to put up the numbers that he's putting up and to be someone who now we can see and talk about, I think it's pretty huge for him and huge for the 76ers to have someone waiting in the on the bench that can actually assume this role considering the whole debacle with Ben Simmons. Because technically, if it's not Tyrese Maxey, who are they going to put? Kork Moss? It could have been anybody, but it was him.
Yeah.
So, Doc Rivers and the coaching staff saw fit that Tyrese Maxey would be the next best thing, considering that their thing is not playing this season.
Well, we might as well get behind Maxey because, I don't think Ben is coming back. I held on for a long time, so we might as well, hey, cheer on Maxey. and the Philadelphia 76ers. And, you know, I think they're going to be pretty good, like top 6 when it's all said and done.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Mhm.
I agree with that. I think that, again, we still have the rest of the season to go, and I'm glad that Tyrese Maxey has been a huge compliment to that roster. He has stepped in when it's not easy filling shoes when somebody else when they're still talking about the previous point guard. That ain't easy, right?
Mhm.
But to be able to come in and put up numbers and put up your effort, that's solidified your role, because technically if you weren't doing well, you would be sitting down and somebody else would be doing it, right? Because technically the 76ers can rotate what that point guard position looks like, but they
Mhm.
decided to go with Tyrese Maxey, and I think he's earned it, and I'm glad he's there.
Yeah, nice. Okay, you know, this is an unprecedented season. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for any team.
No,
You just gotta pick it up and work with what you got, because the season is gonna keep plugging along. And at the end of the day, a champion is gonna be crowned.
regardless.